So now let's talk about the Decoder module in Burp Suite. Decoder is also less used than the previously mentioned feature. Decoder still provides a valuable service when transforming data, either in the terms of decoding captured information or encoding a payload prior to sending it to the target. Whilst there are other services available to do the same job, doing this directly within the Burp Suite can be very efficient. So now let's have a quick overview of what Burp Suite Decoder is. Burp Suite Decoder is a tool within the Burp Suite that allows us to encode and decode various types of data used in web application. You can find the decoder and your Burp Suite after the sequencer. You can see it here. That is, we have decoder and we have a text value option here and we have hex value option here. It is an incredibly useful tool for security testing as it enables us to analyze and manipulate different data formats such as URL encoding. You can see it here, URL encoding or URL decoding and HTML encoding. Same as the case with the base64 encoding and many more. Encoding is the process of converting data into a different format to ensure its safe transmission and storage. Decoding, on the other hand, reverses the encoded process to retrieve the original data. Burp Suite Decoder allows us to perform both encoding and decoding operations effortlessly. Now let's dive into a practical example to see how Burp Suite Decoder works. Suppose we have an encoded URL parameter that we want to decode. Simply paste the encoded string into the decoder input field. Suppose we have a URL here and I want to encode this. Suppose we have www.google.com, so this is the encoded version of our URL, that is the google.com, so let's just copy this and remove this. Now if I want to decode a URL, you can see I want to decode this string as a URL. So you can see we just got the google.com, so this is how the encoder and decoder URL works. We can convert a simple data. We can say suppose we have Apple here, I can convert this to, or you can see I can encode this as base64, so I am getting this base64. I can again just copy this data and I can decode this if I just click on decode as base64, so I am decoding get. We already know that this functionality is already given by many other apps, but having this within Burp Suite makes our job a lot easier. So that's all from the decoder. You can play with it. You can encode and decode different data types. Just play with it, make yourself familiar, and that's it.